Hey, welcome back. I'm Broward County Commissioner Stacy Ritter here with Sheriff Lamberti. Thank you again for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
And we're at the Tamarack Diner, which is on the corner of Nob Hill Road and McNabb in the beautiful city of Tamarack. We've just had a couple of segments where we talked about the structure of Broward Sheriff's Office and some of the priority programs that Sheriff Lamberti has. And now we're going to open it up to the audience for questions. For those of you who didn't see the first couple of segments, we're doing something a little different this time where we have a live audience. And we're going to have some questions. So let's start with the first question. Give us your name and your question, and I'll repeat it.
Hi, I'm Sharon Frug.
Sharon Frug.
I'm concerned with the public's ATM machine, with the stealing of identity.
I'll repeat the question.
What's being done about this new mechanism that they're finding in the ATM machine?
Okay, Sharon is concerned about identity theft with respect to ATM machines, specifically those of us who take cash from Publix, and she wanted to know, there's a new device? You know what she's talking about. Okay.
It's actually called a skimmer. And you know, we used to worry about skimmer was in our pools. But now a skimmer is a device that goes over the ATM machine. And what it does is, as you put your ATM card in there, it's stealing the information off your ATM card. Your name, your account number, and your PIN number. And we've had 5 just in the last week. 4 in Broward, 1 in Dade, 4 of them were at Publix. So it goes over the slot where you put the card. So here's what we recommend that you do. Go look at it. If it's part of the machine, it's okay. But if there's something that looks like it's put on, because it's put on with double-sided tape, shake it, move it. If it moves, don't put your card in there. If it looks like it's in part of the machine, you're okay. If you have any doubts at all, go into the store, tell the manager, have them check it out, or go to another ATM. Very good question. This is like real time because it's been happening all this week. And it's identity thieves. That's what I talked about earlier about shredding. That's how they're trying to steal your identity, is through your ATM card. So if it looks suspicious, don't put your card in there. But shake it, move it. If it looks out of place, don't use it.
When you say shake it or move it, what does it look like?
It actually looks like about the size of a pack of cigarettes, and it fits over. It has a slot that looks just like an ATM slot, but it fits on top of the existing slot. And as you put the card in there, it's reading that magnetic stripe on the back of the ATM card, and it's stealing all of your identity. Then they come back and they remove it, and it's in there. They've stolen everybody's identity.
Wow, it's amazing, isn't it? It's stuff we never even thought about 20 years ago. There was a...
How long can you be a sheriff?
How long can you be a sheriff? How many years can you be a sheriff?
Well, the elected term is for 4 years, similar to the county commission, but there are no term limits for the position of sheriff. So I can be the sheriff as long as you want me to be the sheriff.
Okay. The sheriff is up for re-election this year.
Yes, I know. And if you voted for already.
Thank you.
Well, okay. Okay, Selma.
My name is Selma Armour. I'd like to know, is there a difference between the police department and the sheriff's department? Does one do one thing and the sheriff's department do another?
Okay, someone wants to know if there's a difference between the police department and the sheriff's department. Does the police department do one thing and the sheriff's department do another?
Well, you know, for people that come from up north, they're used to having police. Here in Florida, we're like the county police. So the sheriff's office is basically the county police. City police, they have only jurisdiction within their city boundaries, where the sheriff's office has jurisdiction county-wide. But there are other services that are provided only by the sheriff. The crime lab, aviation, bomb squad. Those are county-wide services that are provided to everybody in the county, whether you have your own police department or not. But that's the distinction. Police only have jurisdiction within their city. Sheriffs have jurisdiction countywide.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then as a follow-up. if I am driving in the city of Coral Springs, which has a city police department, and I'm driving south and I end up in Tamarack, and a city, or well, let's say the other way, I'm coming from Tamarack and I'm going to Coral Springs, and hypothetically, allegedly, I'm speeding.
Yes.
And I get over the city line so that I'm no longer in BSO territory, but I'm in city police territory. Does that mean that the sheriff's department has the authority to cross the city line and ticket me if I'm allegedly and hypothetically speeding?
Yeah. Absolutely, because we can go anywhere in the county. So jurisdiction for the sheriff's office is not a problem unless you leave the county. Then it is. But one thing that I did as I was appointed sheriff was I deputized all the municipal police officers, because we all go to the same police academy, we all have the same qualifications, we all have the same certificate. So when I was appointed sheriff, I did deputize those city police officers so that they could aggressive driving, drunk driving, so that they could take action if they had to outside of their jurisdiction.
So if the police officer works for the city of Coral Springs, the Broward Sheriff's Office has the authority to deputize a municipal police officer?
Yes, but only, again, not for routine traffic, for speed, not for speeding or anything like that, but DUI, aggressive driving, things like that. But your everyday traffic, no. But again, deputy sheriffs have jurisdiction countywide, anywhere in Broward County.
So, hypothetically again, I'm driving,
No.
and I'm driving on 441, and I'm going from here to Boca.
Right.
And I go through Parkland, which is a BSO city, and again, hypothetically,
Right.
I'm speeding, and I cross to Palm Beach County.
Right.
Does the Broward Sheriff's Office have the right to ticket me in Palm Beach County?
Yes.
Oh,
If
that
it-
is not the answer I wanted.
If whatever you did wrong,
Hypothetically.
wrong, if it happened in Broward and a deputy sheriff witnessed it, and then you leave the county, a deputy sheriff can stop you in Palm Beach County. It's called fresh pursuit. Can stop you in Palm Beach County and still issue you the violation that happened in Broward. However, a municipal police officer, like we talked about, cannot leave the county and have jurisdiction. Deputy sheriffs, yes. Police officers, no.
Okay, thank you. I probably shouldn't have made you answer that question.
Don't speed. Don't
I
speed.
don't, it's
Okay.
hypothetical. He said
Hypothetical
don't
only.
speed. Duh.
Yeah.
I have, well, I can't say I've never gotten one, but it's been a while. Go ahead. Who's next?
This is Shirley. She has a question. She was a victim of identity theft 6 months ago.
Okay, Shirley was a victim of identity theft 6 months ago.
Somebody, I filed my income tax, and the next day I got a call from the accountant. They had stolen my identity.
You know what, Alan, let me give you the, you want to
No,
take,
I took care of that, but then.
she took care of it.
I'm still waiting for the money, which will be a lifetime. But anyway, every time I go to a hospital to take a test, they won't do it unless I give my social security number, and I don't like to give it out anymore, but they won't do the test. Is it
Okay.
compulsory?
You want to answer? Shirley was a victim of identity theft 6 months ago. She's straightened that out, but whenever she goes to a hospital for a test, they require your social security number, which they do, and she's concerned.
It's on her Medicare card.
It's on her Medicare card, but you have to give that. I mean, we all do. You know, I'm not on Medicare yet, but I have to give my social security number. Any suggestions?
Well, what she mentioned, her identity got stolen when she prepared her income tax. That is the latest scam that's going on, this fraudulent income tax scam. People steal your social security number. They submit a fraudulent tax return in your name. They get the refund. It's a nationwide problem. 34 of our deputies have had their identity stolen from the income tax. We have paid out, at last count, $58 billion in fraudulent tax refunds. And that's money, that's our tax money, that's U.S. Treasury money. And it's very difficult to fix that problem. It's because of e-filing. You know, we file electronically. When we fill them out by hand, that never happened. So that is a problem that IRS is working on. The second part about my identity was stolen at a doctor's office, and because I gave my social security number. What our advice is, if you keep going to the same doctor all the time, don't give your social security number every time you go. They have it, you don't have to repetitively do it. What I tell people, just give them the last 4 digits, and that's it. Unfortunately, if you're going for a test in a hospital and you've never been to that hospital before, you're going to have to give it. But here's one thing we've suggested to the Social Security Administration. Your Medicare number is your Social Security number. However, the VA is smart. The VA changed their identity number, their ID number, from Social Security number to a random number. And that's what we need to do for Medicare and Medicaid, but unfortunately that hasn't happened yet. Only give out the last 4 digits if you can.
Okay, thanks. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and we'll have some more questions for Sheriff Lamberti. We'll be right back.